guys, this is CeeCeeG. I wanted to talk about emergency preparedness on a budget. As you know, on the news, we hear so much going on about food shortages, things running out, and different things. But I wanted to show you because I know that some of us out there, you know, are on a certain budget, and you're not only dealing with trying to prepare, but you're also dealing with inflation, rising costs in gas, and so on and so on. I don't need to go any further. So what I wanted to do was just kind of briefly show you what you can do as far as your food preparation. Now, right now I'm on the DollarTree.com website, but you probably have a Dollar Tree store somewhere in your neighborhood. But you can really utilize Dollar Tree because most of that stuff is like $1.25. You know, they had went up a quarter. So you can really stock up on a lot of things there. And that start to be, even if you have like, say, after you pay your bills, you have $20, $40 or whatever you can spare. You know, I would suggest you to start purchasing maybe some canned goods. Like I'm looking at this, they have these little bags of cereal, it's dry cereal, and also the Dollar Tree also has mason jars. Now they're not like the great big mason jars, but hey, you know, you can get a nice decent one, and you can some things for yourself and put it away. There's plenty of different YouTube channels and creators that talk about how to prepare yourself, whether you have like an apartment or you live in the country. There's so many ways to prepare yourself. As you look in here, they have the Cinnamon Toast Crunch in bags, and you have salt. You can always use salt. Now, I would suggest, like, see this here? They have this chicken broth because it's in that box. And you also want to make sure you look at the dates because, you know, sometimes they be putting stuff out that don't really last that long. And next thing you know, you have to chuck it out. So always check the dates on your food when you're purchasing it. You want it to go out as far as you possibly can. Here's some like Chef Boyardee, spaghetti and meatballs. You probably have some children that like to eat this stuff. Like my daughter likes the raviolis. I'm not a ravioli lady, but she likes the ravioli. Tuna fish or chicken in a can. And I know like some of that stuff in the cans have a lot of sodium. So, you know, just try to look out for it on the nutrition facts, especially if you're diabetic. Make sure you're checking your calories. And if you have salt issues with sodium, check your sodium as well. They have these nectar juices. And you can also like pick up, I know the Dollar Tree has like rice. They have the white long grain rice. And they have brown rice for $1.25. You get a pound of rice. Also, they have a lot of dry beans there. You can make meals with rice, and rice will hold you. Now, as diabetics, we have to be careful because, you know, rice is like a starch. It is a starch, and it will become like a sugar. So I would suggest, and you can also talk to your doctor about, you know, what's best as far as your diet and everything. But maybe put some vegetables up in between some of that rice, you know, and eat a protein with it. Because when you eat a protein, it'll slow down the breakdown process so that your sugars won't be so high after you eat some rice. So always have some protein with your meals. Okay, so they have like Hunt's spaghetti sauce. It's in a can. That's good because canned goods will, you know, work. And sometimes, like, you know, I've seen people that buy those different cases of meals, and they can be really expensive. And I've seen some, and I'm like, I'm not buying it. I'm just not doing it. some of them are like 1,000, 500, 1,000, or whatever, and it's supposed to be, shelf life is 25 years and this, that, and the other. And some of us, let's just be real, a lot of us, we have bills, and some of us just can't afford to do that. Some can, and that's good for you. But I just want to show you what kind of products you can get. And, macaroni, they have noodles, and they have canned vegetables and soups and fruit, canned fruit. I would look into getting some of those. And also, not just, the food items, but you also need, just in case, say, if there's a power outage, you want to make sure that you have some way to power some light for yourself and to keep yourself warm as well. They have them in the store. So, like flashlights, get yourself some matches. And if you're less than 18 years old, you should not be, I'm going to say, you know, yeah, less than 18 years old, you should have like a supervisor, somebody watching you. If you're not responsible or grown enough to handle those things, you let a responsible person, an adult, to handle any type of matches or lighters and things like that, candles and things. But candles, which will be another source of, light as well. I know that I've watched a couple people use Crisco, which is that lard looking stuff, the shortening, but it's like lard. It's that white creamy stuff that melts down. You can use that, and it will give you, I think it takes like 70 hours for it to burn all the way down. You can stick like a candle, like a taper candle down in the middle, and it'll just melt. But it's also a way to heat up your home as well. And they have different ways of doing that. I would just, look up on YouTube and, look up ways to heat yourself. Also, you can purchase things like an emergency blanket. It looks like a little foil sheet. They're supposed to keep you warm, and if anything go down, or like say if you're out in the wilderness, you can make a little shelter, and it will keep you warm from the elements on the outside. So that would be a great way to get some, to be warm. Also, make sure you have extra clothing to layer up with. Also, extra blankets, and even if you have like a hot water bottle, say you have no way to use your electric blanket because the power don't went out. So you can take a hot water bottle, put some hot water down in there, and put it in your bed so you can sleep comfortably. There are ways, and get some extra socks, put your socks on, go to bed, pull that blanket up over your head and get to sleeping. But there are ways. Also, you wanted to find yourself. Now, let me show you. I was looking up on and you can also find these items just about anywhere, really. Amazon. Get yourself a solar phone, like a portable phone charger, because even if you can't charge it with electricity, you can also charge it by the sun. You just have to stick it in the window so that the device can charge, and then you can charge your phone as well. Like, I have one of these because, well, I use it for anything, because if I'm in and out of the house and my battery starts going low, I pull that sucker out and I plug it up and I plug my phone, and then I'll have power. And it'll pretty much power it up fast so that I don't run out of energy. And if it's a nice sunny day, I'll just hold the thing in my hand, let it charge, and let the phone continue to charge while it's charging my phone. But anyway, that's another way to keep your phones powered and all. And let's see. Also, well, you can get like a little, like say you don't have no way to cook your food and you're hungry, you need something to eat. You can get like a little camper stove. These stoves would be sufficient if you need to cook. And even if you have your grill, depending on where you live, cook on your grill. If you have propane, make sure you get an extra thing of propane. So just to cover you for even during the winter time. Say if you had to cook breakfast, you don't have no power, you gotta eat, and you can cook some food on your grill. Also, sometimes when you have the power outage, the best thing to do is to keep the refrigerator, like especially your freezers, cold, like closed up. Prayerfully, the power will come back on, and you can carry on. But if it's like too long and the stuff's starting to melt and the water's coming out the refrigerator, well, you know where that's going to go, in the garbage. So I know I've seen some like solar, like portable coolers and things like that, but that's when you get a little pricey. But I know everybody and their mom are going to be wanting to run to the nearest like Walmart or gas station to get a bag of ice. Well, hey, if you have to do that, you can beat the punch. Get a cooler to have that on the side, and so you can go get some ice so you can have your food, at least last a little bit longer if need be. Because if you're out, more than likely the stores closest to you will probably be out as well. But and before the ice melts, just run and go get some. And or just keep, if you have a deep freezer, just keep a bag of ice, on hand just in case. And then you can use it to keep your food cold and everything. And so that's another idea. So let's just type emergency preparedness. Just to show you. Okay, so they have a little lantern, and they do have solar lantern. Like I have one where it'll charge solar, and then you can like pull it up. It's like a lantern, or you can turn it upside down, and it works as a flashlight. And you can also charge your phone on that through the USB port that's on it. So you don't have to replace batteries and all that craziness. You can get those from like Amazon, and as well as Walmart too, and just about anywhere, depending on where you live. Just shop around, Google, and see where you can find the most best price, and make sure you buy a product that's not cheap. It's going to be flimsy and fall apart as soon as you open the thing. So you can also use that alternative. Now, for this particular thing, seeds, you can get seeds. Like if you have a garden in your yard, now that's during like the summertime. With these food shortages and things like that, you can get plenty seeds, and you can plan to plant them and harvest them like in the summertime. You can can all your stuff or freeze dry them as well. Or like I have a dehydrator. You can dehydrate onions and apples and anything. Get a dehydrator, and you can put it away for a later time. So, just prepare the best you can, and then you just have to just put it away. Put it away a little bit at a time. Put it away like that. So also you would want to get a filter, like a water filter, should something go wrong or the power goes out and the city water system can't clean because there's a power outage. Well, you don't want to drink water that's going to be contaminated. So you want to get a filter. This right here on here is like a filter, like straw. It's called light straw, And when you drink, you can drink it out of that straw, and it'll filter the water as it's coming up through the straw to you. That's a good way. They also have water tablets that clean the water. Now, like if you're at home, I would suggest you to get like these big containers that can hold water, just in case you might have an emergency. You can get those. Now, it's a dickens trying to pick that sucker up when it's full of water. It's very heavy, so you might need two people to lift it up. You can get those as well. Walmart carries those as well, too. Okay, and you also want to have, they call it SHTF. Well, I ain't going to say the first word because I'm trying to keep my channel clean. But when hits the fan, yeah, that. So, you can create a bug out bag. And a bug out bag has many supplies to use. You don't have to buy like right here on Amazon or whoever and put all this stuff that comes with it. But you can go to the thrift store, find a nice decent bag, find it, and go to the Dollar Tree. Start there. Get your alcohol, your peroxide, Band-Aids, and make sure you purchase some over-the-counter medications. Make sure you have your medications filled. Like for me, like when I get my medicine, even if I'm not ready to use it, I just go ahead and fill it because I never know if there's going to be a shortage or medication and things like that. And I'll just hold it till I'm ready to use it and everything. And so get yourself some pain reliever, cough medicine, allergy medicine, and like you can really clean up at the Dollar Tree. And, it's very affordable. And, put it away. Just put it away. Make sure you take care of your personal items, toilet paper, paper towels, personal items, ladies, you know what I mean. I don't got to go there. I don't want to gross the brothers out. But anyway, take care of your personal needs, put that stuff away, and, that's that. So, these are really good. These hot hands, the hand warmers, you can use those in your pockets and to keep your hands warm. So especially if you work out in the cold and everything, you can just throw your hands in your pocket and heat them hands up. Because especially those that work outside and do a lot like construction, I know my dad used to get those all the time because he was a master carpenter. And he worked outside, outdoors, and he worked in doing construction. And it would be bitterly cold at times. And he would get those and he would put them in his carpenter's coat, jacket. He wore the Carhartt coats and he would put them in there and he'll have like a hoodie on trying to stay warm, from the elements. And he would throw them in there. So those are a good option as well. Now, these here is the emergency blankets and rain poncho. These will keep you warm. Make sure you get yourself a first aid kit, like I said before, with everything in it, just in case you have an emergency. And especially those of you that are like myself who are on blood thinners, make sure you purchase something. It's called Bleed Stop. To help, like if you were to get cut or laceration, it'll stop you immediately from bleeding or bleeding out. You have to be very careful. Okay. And you want to have also a sewing kit, just in case. Have a sewing kit on the side, little string, little needles, thread, buttons, safety pins. Keep them on hand. Keep that on hand just in case. Make sure you stay up on your vitamins, take your vitamins, get vitamins, save your vitamins to the side. And, even if you had to ration them out a little bit, but as long as you're getting something in your system, do that as well. Now, when I told you about some of these companies that have the shelf life food, like this one, it's okay. Let's see, let's open it up. So this one has a 25-year shelf life, and it's like a disaster kit, freeze dried foods. It has a certain amount of foods in there, and then you can keep that on your shelf for like 25 years and put it away for safekeeping should something come down the pipe. Um, Also get a flashlight. Now these here, like this one, it's a NOAA emergency weather radio. Like they have another one that's cheaper. It's a red one and it's a hand crank one. It has a radio on it. It's solar. It has a flashlight, and you can also charge your phone on the flashlight radio. So I'm trying to see if I can find it, but I don't think they have it on here. But yeah, but you can use that as well to charge your phone as well. And you can listen to the radio should the TV go out. Yes. So there's different things, and I will talk about it. Now this one, now I think I got this one. This little stove right here, it was 11. It's cheap. Put them little candles on there and get the cooking. You can do that as well and stay, and cook your meals should there be something, some type of emergency. Now let's look at the solar portable generators. Ooh. Now, if you should have a power outage, there's different types of generators. Some are gas powered, some are solar powered, and you can get like Lord, what is that thing? The solar panel to go to it, because should the power be out, the solar panel will charge the device so that you can have continuous power. Now some come in different wattages, so you have to be careful not to plug something in that's like over the wattage that's in your generator. You have to be careful, but they do have them, and they have some on sale. Like that's one thing I like about Amazon. Sometimes they have a good sale on these types of things, and you can get a really good discount on these generators. Jackery is a very, very good product. So right now they have some on sale here, and Jackery comes in different watts. So you can open that up and you can look. Let me see. So this one is 300, but you can save $30, which is not too bad on a generator. But they have different strengths as well. So you can also look on there and just pull up Jackery, solar portable generator, and find yourself. Even if you can't afford to get one, well, get a cheapy one. It's just something, to get you through. Like this one's cheap. It's got little light bulbs, has a little small solar panel on there. Just have something just in case of an emergency. So I also wanted to let you know that you can also, like some of the people that I listen to on YouTube, there's a great wealth of information on YouTube, and you can learn so much from some of these people that have their own homestead. Like they'll show you how to can and things like that. And the ones that I like to watch is Homestead Heart, Prepper Nurse One, Slow Living Jane. Now she's in Europe. Tommy's Carolina Homestead, Alaska Prepper, Rain Country, and Lead Farmer 73. And they also have I like Frugal Nurse Life as well. They have really good information and how to store, and even like making like certain foods and things, the natural way, though, from the scratch way. because I believe that we're gonna probably go back to the old days. I'm praying not, but you gotta learn how to do things from scratch more often too, and also to save money as well. So I hope that what I talked to you about today helped you as far as getting prepared and everything. And I will come back with some more information as I go along. If anything, I think that will be helpful to you all. And I hope that you all have a blessed night. And I will see you on the next one. God bless. Peace.